everyone, and welcome to a JedBedrock gun review video. I am FlySwatter, and today I will be reviewing for you the EliteForce 1911. Now, I love this gun a lot. This is my primary sidearm, and overall it makes a really great gun on its own, even if you do not have a primary assault rifle, shotgun, whatever you want. This gun alone can do whatever you need it to do, however you want it to do. One of the things that I like about this gun is the way that it just operates real smoothly. Even through all different kinds of weather. I've run this gun through the winter, through the summer, through the spring, all different kinds of weather and terrain, and the gun has just operated very smoothly. One of the things that you'll also Now, while it does run very smoothly, it does have a little bit of wear and tear here and there. Part of which you can see here on the barrel has a little bit of paint scratching and metal scratching. Sometimes, especially here on the outer slide, on the inside, and a little bit of here and there touch and go from times I've accidentally bumped it or dropped it. And then on the inside, it favors pretty well. There isn't a whole lot of paint scratching, and I've only had to lubricate this gun only 2 times out of probably almost 9 months that I've owned this gun. There's a little bit of paint scratching here at the end of the barrel. Around the slide, there is hardly any scratching. It slides very smoothly. Here on the upper receiver, there's a little bit of scratching near the hop-up chamber and near the CO2 canister blah, and only a little bit of scratching on the end of the gun itself. And real easy to just, if you need to check the inside, easily look, open it up, and it's real easy to open. The terrain this gun is able to withstand is absolutely incredible and has really outperformed by my standards. I have run this through dirt, snow, ice. I've run it through all different kinds of things, and the gun has absolutely just blown stuff out of the water, literally and figuratively. I actually one time dropped it in the snow without realizing it. It fell out of my holster and in the snow, and I couldn't find it for about 30 minutes. And when I finally did find it, I instantly picked it up, racked it back, and it fired. It tolerates snow, ice, dust, dirt, mud. Whatever you throw at it handles it just fine. Because it's CO2, it is extremely powerful, and it is just able to withstand all different kinds of crap that it has to deal with in the field, and absolutely love that it's able to withstand all these different kinds of things. The FPS of this gun is great for what it's able to do. It's 300, and I've clocked it in at about 330 to 345. Sits right at 350, which is where my indoor field has their standard for 350 FPS for all their guns. And even though it only does 350 FPS at the baseline, I'm able to shoot this gun maybe. If you're using .25s, you're able to get this gun to travel maybe 80 feet, maybe 100 feet on a good day, and the gun shoots incredibly accurate. I absolutely love how this gun you shoot it, you aim at whatever you want to shoot, and you'll hit your target. The gun, which is, whenever I first got it and I first fired it, one of the cool features about this gun is it feels just like a real 1911. It has a good weight to it. It's heavier than a lot of different guns I've picked up. And another thing about it is it actually has a good amount of recoil whenever you fire the gun. Whenever you fire, because it's a gas blowback, it racks itself back every time. But whenever you fire it, it just has this power to it, and it actually does have a kick. It's one thing that a lot of people have said whenever they've gone to try out the, like, can I try it and stuff like that. And it's a great gun. I love it. There's nothing about it that I don't like, except for a list of few things. One of the things is the mag capacity. While it does have the double stack magazine, the only problem with it is it just isn't, it's really shortened, and you can only fit in the standard magazine about 15 rounds in it. I fit 16, but that was pushing it. And one thing I've noticed is whenever you go to whenever you load it, it's hard to do with a speed loader. But another thing is there's a little opening right here for whatever you want down, or whatever this is down here. But whenever you go to load more BBs into it, it starts to pop out like that. And so what ends up, I've had times where I'm out on the field, I run out of ammo in my M4, I go to pull out my pistol, I round the corner, and I go to fire, and nothing shoots. And that's when I realize this has popped out, and all you gotta do to fix it is just push it right back in. Instantly solves the problem, but it's just a minor thing that you have to be careful with when reloading it. Other than that, magazine capacity for other magazines like the extended, you get for this 15, the extended, which is about 40 bucks. You only get about 26 to 27, which for a 40-buck magazine, I made the mistake of getting the magazine, and another problem is it sticks out about that much out of the gun, makes it look absolutely just ugly, absolutely ugly. But if you want more magazines and you want more ammo capacity, I highly recommend just buying 1 or 2 more of these, because these are about $15 a pop, and you know, 15 shells of 15 BBs a mag. That's not that bad, but it's a minor inconvenience. But I will say this: it runs CO2, and one thing I have found and one thing I've seen is if you fire the gun repeatedly, pop, 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 you're going to run through that CO2 like nobody's business. I let a friend borrow my gun, and with this mag, he was only getting about 2 magazines worth, but then again, he was absolutely unloading the magazine into, I don't know. I honestly don't know what he was aiming at. But if you just absolutely unload, you can get about 2 magazine reloads. But if you do, reserve your shots, take your time, you know, you only use about 1 BB, try and get 1 BB a kill, you will have enough CO2, 1 CO2 cartridge for 4 magazines. And for my extended one, you get about 2 magazines, maybe 3. I've done 3 before. The thing about this gun is it comes from the same manufacturer as does KWC. So this is a KWC 1911 model, but the only difference between the KWC and the EliteForce is that it has the EliteForce power down kit already pre-installed inside of it. The KWC runs at 400 FPS, but with the power down kit already inside of it, it just makes the gun shoot 350 FPS. One of the things that I haven't bought anything for it, but you can, and the difference between the KWC and the EliteForce is that the EliteForce has a bottom railing, whereas the KWC is just smooth. It doesn't have a railing. I like the idea, I just have never bought, I haven't bought a laser or a flashlight for it, and really, I don't really see the need for one unless you want to be playing night games or stuff like that. The only difference between this gun and its former model is that it just has a little railing on the underside of the gun. The cheaper version, which I believe is about $115, it might have gone up in price. but last I checked it was 115, and this version, I don't know what it's called. I know it's the EliteForce 1911, but that's the only difference between this one and then the $10 cheaper version, is that it just has the little railing. Then it has a 14mm negative thread on the end of the gun, which means you can put, I've put flash hiders, silencers, and even tracer units on the end of the gun, which I will have to say, the tracer unit on this gun looks amazing. I think it looks pretty cool with the tracer. I don't have one, but I've used tracers in the past at least once, but it looks really nice. Other than that, it's a great gun. Operates really smoothly. Whenever you go to fire the gun, you have to rack it back like any gas blowback. So whenever you put the mag in, I don't have a CO2 cartridge in this, but if you ever do, whenever you go to load it, you put it in and you have to rack it back. I've made the mistake of pulling it out, going on the field. I go to pull it out and I go to fire, and I don't have anything. And that's when I realize, oh hey, I have to rack it back. That's my own error. I'm sure for a lot of you, it's common knowledge that whenever you have a gas blowback, you load it and you rack it back. Depending on what gun you get, depends on what you need it to do or what it has to do in order to fire, but that's one of the things for this. Magazine slides out real well. Slides out real nice and easy. Over a while, it has gotten a little tough, but really, all you gotta do is just slap it in there, comic effect, and overall, great gun. Anyways, thank you for watching the gun review for the EliteForce 1911. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really do hope that you consider buying this gun. For any first starters, it is a great gun, and I highly recommend this for anyone who is looking into getting a gas blowback pistol. Even if you do not like the 1911 model, it's still a great gun, and I highly recommend it for anyone who's wanting and or looking into buying a gas blowback pistol. Other than that, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever JedBedrock uploads any of his videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day.